Hello, thank you for joining us. My name is Darren Tomasini, and this presentation is on the difference between concessional and non-concessional contributions into superannuation in Australia. Thank you for joining us. In Australia, contributing to superannuation is just a way of life. But what most people don't actually realise is that there are actually two different types of contributions that these actually fall into, that being the concessional and non-concessional contribution. Both help to build retirement savings, but both differ significantly in how they are taxed and how much they are capped each financial year. Now, concessional contributions are probably the most common type that people come across. Now, a concessional contribution is a type of pre-tax contribution, and it's taxed at 15% as it's going into superannuation. Now, unless of course you're a very high income earner, generally above the $250,000 mark, you could actually be subject to the dreaded Division 293 tax, where they actually get taxed at 30% going into superannuation. Now, concessional contributions include your regular employer superannuation guarantee payments, your salary sacrifice amounts, and any personal contributions which an individual is claiming a tax deduction for. Because concessional contributions are taxed at a lower rate than most individuals' marginal tax rates, they are a powerful way to reduce your personal income tax whilst building your retirement savings at the same time. Now, it is important to note that concessional contributions are subject to an annual cap. This means there are limitations as to how much you can contribute at that concessional rate of 15%. Now, if you exceed the concessional contributions cap, this can be subject to more tax and administrative adjustments needing to be made to your account urgently. Now, a great piece of legislation that was introduced in recent years is the unused concessional caps, which may be actually brought forward up to 5 years, allowing individuals with lower balances to make larger contributions later, often following a higher income year, or such as an asset sale from a large investment. Now, non-concessional contributions, on the other hand, are an after-tax form of contribution to superannuation. Now, because these funds have already been taxed, probably in the personal environment, they actually enter superannuation completely tax-free and actually make up a different component of taxation in the super fund as well. Common examples include personal savings, proceeds from investment, or inherited funds contribute to super without claiming a tax deduction at all. Now, non-concessional contributions are actually also subject to an annual cap as well, much like the concessional contribution. However, with the non-concessional contribution, it is actually significantly higher. Now, a great piece of legislation allows the ability for people to actually contribute more than their normal non-concessional contribution cap. This is known as the bring forward rule, and it actually allows them to contribute up to 3 years' worth of the annual cap into superannuation, but of course this is also subject to their age as well. Now, the bring forward rule is often used by those who are fast approaching retirement, who have access to a lot of surplus capital and also really want to boost their retirement savings quickly. Now, as you can see, the strategic difference between a concessional and non-concessional contribution comes down to timing and tax effectiveness. Concessional contributions are typically favoured during higher income working years to reduce taxable income. Non-concessional contributions come usually a little bit later in life, when people have already accumulated a lot of capital in their super or in their personal circumstances. Also works very well with another strategy, the recontribution strategy, but more about that in another video. But it is important to note that internally, once in superannuation, they can make up a taxable and non-taxable components inside superannuation. Now, this is important when considering your estate strategy and what parts of your super will be subject to tax when you die, if your superannuation, of course, is going to a non-dependent, that is. Now, as always, this is not personal advice and general information only. If you do want to think that this is something that you might take a look at, please do go see a financial advisor. By all means, give us a call. But you do need to have your personal circumstances checked out before you want to consider one of these types of strategies. Scan the QR code if you want to give us a call. And don't forget to like and subscribe.